What happened to Sweden's open arms? Once celebrated as a beacon of humanitarianism, the Scandinavian nation is now tightening its grip on immigration. For decades, Sweden's welfare state, low crime rates, and superior healthcare and education systems made it an ideal destination for immigrants. But today, the once peaceful and homogeneous country is grappling with increasing gang violence, escalating ethics conflicts, and the emergence of no-go zones. We will discuss the factors behind Sweden's changing immigration stance and the repercussions on its societal fabric. The evolution of Swedish immigration. Historically, Sweden has welcomed immigrants, from medieval German traders to post-World War II laborers from Finland, Italy, and the Balkans. However, the early 2000s saw a surge in asylum seekers from regions like Iraq, Syria, and Afghanistan. This surge peaked during the 2015 refugee crisis, with Sweden receiving more asylum seekers per capita than any other European country. The resulting strain on resources and challenges in integration led to a re-evaluation of Sweden's open-door policy. Faced with public discontent and social tensions, the government implemented stricter immigration and asylum regulations to better manage the influx and promote integration. How will these changes impact the country's cultural identity and social cohesion in the long term? Sweden's current immigration situation. The influx of non-European immigrants has posed significant integration challenges in Sweden, leading to economic disparities and social exclusion. One major issue is the high unemployment rate among immigrants, contrasting sharply with the native population. Many immigrants struggle to find employment due to the labor market's demands for high skills and language proficiency. Additionally, neighborhoods with high concentrations of immigrants have become enclaves with distinct cultural norms, often diverging from mainstream Swedish values. These areas, sometimes labeled as no-go zones, have become centers of crime and social unrest, deepening the divide between immigrants and the native population. The strain on Sweden's welfare system, once a source of national pride, has also increased due to the growing immigrant population, sparking a debate on the sustainability of the welfare state and the need for reform. How can Sweden navigate the complexities of rising gang violence and educational decline to restore its reputation as a safe and enlightened society? A closer look at data and examples. In 2021, Sweden experienced a record number of shootings, indicating a significant rise in gang-related violence that has heightened insecurity among residents, particularly in major cities like Stockholm and Malmö. This surge in crime has involved youths as young as 14 in violent activities, reflecting a worrying trend of youth involvement in crime. The social unrest has also impacted the education sector, which was once a source of national pride. Sweden has seen a decline in its international student assessment rankings, suggesting a drop in educational quality. This downturn is linked to increasing ethnic tensions and violence in schools, which disrupt the learning environment and affect educational outcomes. Additionally, there is a growing achievement gap between students from different socio-economic backgrounds, with immigrant children facing significant disadvantages. Sweden's immigration debate. The immigration debate in Sweden is intensely polarized, with accusations of racism and fascism frequently surfacing. This reflects deep societal divisions on immigration policy. Recently, the government has shifted its approach by implementing stricter border controls and measures to reduce asylum applications, moving away from Sweden's traditionally open stance. How do we distinguish between genuine action and mere rhetoric? In the context of Sweden's challenges in 2024, are we witnessing substantive progress or simply a continuation of unfulfilled promises? Public opinion and immigration policy in Sweden. The rise of the far-right Sweden Democrats in the 2022 elections, becoming the second largest party, signifies a significant change in the political landscape. Their stance against immigration and focus on preserving Swedish culture have resonated with a portion of the population concerned with integration, crime, and cultural identity. This trend is part of a larger movement across Northern Europe, with anti-immigrant forces gaining ground in countries like Denmark and Norway. The new government coalition has proposed measures to reduce immigration and tighten conditions for family reunification, labor immigration, and citizenship. indicating a departure from Sweden's traditionally generous policies. This shift is driven by a perceived crisis in Swedish culture and identity, with voters moving rightward, not necessarily in support of far-right policies, but due to concerns over globalization, economic challenges, and the welfare system's sustainability.
Ansvarslös massinvandring sliter isär och splittrar Sverige.
Assessing the financial ripple effects of immigration in Sweden. Public finances are strained by the costs of providing social benefits to a growing immigrant population, particularly in healthcare, education, and housing. Despite the potential economic benefits of immigration, challenges in integrating immigrants into the labor market have limited their contribution. High unemployment rates among immigrants, particularly from non-European countries, are exacerbated by language barriers, unrecognized qualifications, and discrimination. This not only affects individual immigrants, but also hinders overall economic growth and innovation. The aging of the immigrant population poses additional challenges, as they may require more healthcare and social services, further straining public finances. If these immigrants are not fully integrated into the labor market, their contributions to the economy in terms of taxes and productivity may be limited. The long-term fiscal sustainability of Sweden's welfare system is a concern, as the generous social benefits are becoming increasingly difficult to maintain in the face of demographic changes and immigration pressures. Can Sweden find a sustainable solution that balances the needs of its aging population and immigrant community while maintaining its welfare system? Recent changes in Swedish immigration policies. Sweden will enforce tighter criteria for citizenship in 2024, aligning them with naturalization standards. This move aims to prevent individuals with criminal backgrounds or ties to security-threatening groups from acquiring citizenship. Enhanced protections will also be introduced to safeguard victims of honor-based oppression from being forcibly stripped of their Swedish citizenship. For 2025, a revised salary threshold mandates that labor migrants must earn at least 80% of the gross median salary, around €2,200, for a work permit, with a higher threshold of 100%, approximately €2,800, for highly skilled workers. Additionally, individuals with failed asylum applications will no longer be able to apply for work permits from within the country. The government is also considering legislation that would allow for the deportation of immigrants and asylum seekers for issues like substance abuse, association with criminal groups, or actions threatening Swedish values. A review is also underway to explore the possibility of revoking citizenship in cases of serious crimes or fraudulent acquisition. Is Sweden merely mirroring a global trend towards nationalism, or is it setting a precedent for a new era in immigration policy?